inside Cogfort.
Funny enough, it was Mikey actor.
It does look as though something weird is happening. There's a horse inside the fort, which doesn't seem to me to be normal.
Oh god, it is a horse, isn't it? I just thought it was a weird green thing. So that is the
Is it actually a horse?
No, it is
The only one that noticed that was a horse from above with a rider on it.
Oh my god, it is. It's a knight on a horse.
Well. It's a magic eye puzzle.
Monument.
I see. Okay, it is green, and that makes sense. A warpstone monument. I see. And that was. Sorry, I'm going to shut up and allow recaps to happen.
This is the warpstone engine of the Cogfort Harbinger of Trouble, which has reappeared inside Greywater Fastness, overtaken by Skaven, freshly released from their gnaw hole, which opened up inside the city. And you just cleared out the engine room, which was full of Warlock engineers, and you were about to disable the warpstone engine to stop it trashing the city.
And advisable.
Yeah. To disengage it, you need a Arcana or Dexterity test.
A crafting one?
Not a crafting one. Doesn't seem like it's doesn't seem like it's your everyday engineering.
Dreadbark could give it a go. Scott.
Vargi continues grumbling from his current spot.
I can try dexterity if you don't have anything, Dreadbark.
I have no training dexterity, but I do have 2 focus in dexterity, and it's a body skill, and I have 4 body. But maybe you have dexterity if you've got training. So. Also, this is meta. We shouldn't meta like this. You do it. You do it. Do it.
Sure. I mean, you're better, but sure. What's the?
Sorry, I'm getting back into it.
It is a 5-2.
Well, that's actually a very difficult check.
Yeah. Well,
we can get Klaus to step in, do some Arcana.
Who's piloting Klaus? OP.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do it. I've got the sheet up.
Brotherly duties.
Arcana. Oh dear.
Is Arcana's actually a bit of an edge skill, isn't it?
Oh wait, Soul. Oh wait, no, it's It's Mikey's the one. So I just cycle through all the people who aren't here until I find a good.
Looking through the party on the Dragon Age.
Oh,
or whatever. Oh.
So we haven't managed to break it. We haven't managed to disable it twice.
So we might need Dreadbark or Vargi to do something.
Alright, well, Dreadbark will try dexterity then.
Clutch case.
Can you imagine we all fail?
The DM5.
Your focus. Ooh.
Oh my god.
This is some bad rolls.
What's the test again?
Awful rolls.
5-2.
5-2. Unlikely, but walking using his volley gun as some sort of a cane, he hobbles over.
Actually, before you roll anything, this actually says requires a 5-2 Mind Arcana test.
What?
So.
But the character sheets say soul, don't they?
Yeah.
Weird.
So I'm happy to let you use
Arcana
crafting.
would be mind. It wouldn't be soul. Arcana's about knowledge.
Oh no.
It does seem more likely that
even channeling is mind.
That is true.
I mean,
Yeah.
A, what Milo's just said makes
I-
narrative sense, but B, it seems more likely that Roll20 is wrong than that Cubicle 7's book is wrong.
Yes.
Well, yes, that's true. But even if you, to me, at least the way I look at it is like Arcana is more like devotion, as in like it's an innate thing, whereas channeling is an active thing. So one's the soul, mine is actually doing the action.
Well, the core book says mind, so
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's just the way I looked at it. That's why
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
questioned it, to be honest.
so let me redo Klaus's one. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, that is a
That's better, isn't it?
666, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the party collectively safely disengages the Warpstone core from the machinations of the
Hitting it with fucking spanners and
yeah,
shouting at it, stubbing their toes and stuff.
yeah, Space Odyssey style. So you feel the cogfort on its kind of canter slowly like this and slowly come to a halt. And as the engines kind of start to tick over and hiss, you hear the scrabbling above decks as the rest of the Skaven realise something is wrong.
Oh no.
Well,
Vargi uses, probably at some point while he's been lying down, the opportunity to apply some Klaus cream,
All right.
assuming we've not had a chance to rest.
Mm.
Seeing as he's had it in his bag for about 2 months in game. He hopes it doesn't expire
Mm.
over 7 times. Which is pretty good going. That's a pretty good restorative cream.
That's true.
Oh yeah. I've remained on 0, right?
Yeah.
So if anyone can help out with that, can I try to heal myself with medicine? Is that possible?
Yeah, I've got the book open.
Yeah, I should check as well, to be honest, for asking.
Medicinal. I don't think so. I don't remember us ever doing that before. Healing.
Don't forget, you can always just drink a few drops of Aki G.
Hmm.
I don't think I have any, to be honest, given the character.
It's unfortunate.
But I'm gonna check. But that's actually
It really hasn't come up at all in this campaign.
Yeah, no, nothing. But Gauji has nothing. And it's not because I forgot to add it in. It's actually like I remember him having nothing. Let me check. I mean, if not, then I'll deal with it. That's fine. Just want to check if it's possible. So we can continue. Don't worry. I'll check. Well, I don't want to interrupt.
Okay. So you start to hear the scrabbling coming from kind of the stairwell that leads up to the next deck. What is your plan as a party?
So the cogfort has ceased to function.
Yes.
I think it was probably time we got going.
I'm asking because the character would probably know, but I don't because I don't really get into Warhammer. The guns, are they operated by the Warpstone Crystal or are they operated by something else that still is functioning? Or would I not know that?
I don't think.
Can we hear the gun still firing?
Yes, that's a good question. I don't think a Sylvaneth would understand if that was possible or not. Unfortunately, it is still firing, and the screaming bell as well is tolling,
So we can't leave yet.
which is powering up the surrounding Skaven.
Well, it's a half victory.
Yeah, Vargi, you know from experience that Warpstone is incredibly explosive. And you don't think it'd be very hard to rig it to blow. But you would probably also know that Captain Heinz and the Ironworld Arsenal would not be too chuffed about destroying a cogfort and it was salvageable, but Sigmar's best you were able to make that call.
Well, much though it pains me, and I say this as a dwarven who has sustained fairly critical injuries, I actually think this might pain me more, but I don't think we can risk leaving it here, and I don't think we're in any state to be clearing every single level of this thing on our own. So, would you say we're gonna get to blow?
No arguments here.
Seems to make the most sense, to be honest. So, yeah.
I sense any gold on it. I make that.
We addressed this last week.
I'm sure. What do we come to a conclusion of?
I believe Ollie explained that he was semi-fobbing you off and then went to read 17 chapters on Urgold to understand where it would actually be. And established that there wasn't any Urgold
So
in Cogfort.
it was a deception at the start rather than now.
I think it was a placeholder.
Yes, it was.
BBC Urgold.
I think as well, once you've hammered in Urgold into something's armor, it's pretty hard to undo it unless you probably smelt it back into.
That makes sense.
Put it back through the old furnace.
You have to go to the Gribbaguglia, the whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the Gobbledy-Gobbly.
Frugabuglia.
I think we should go to
the Swedish retreat.
There's a spa. There's a sauna.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good for your wellness.
I meant to say.
For your wellness.
Yeah.
Weldingness.
Somewhere.
Leave your woes and Skaven behind.
That was
with
a
a week at the Gribbledy.
Wait, so if you can extract, Urgold from the hull, given the situation that you're mentioning, are you prepared to actually take a piece of the hull with you?
I would, but it's not there, so that is the. I think that was the conclusion. It was when we first
See,
met.
we're gonna be fighting a Korgoros, or possibly going to a Senate meeting or something, and you're gonna be carrying a piece of the hull.
Yeah, except not because there's no Urgold there. Because that was just the start of the campaign. The DM misspoke. He's allowed one mistake per campaign.
Oh cripes! Better keep it together for the final stretch.
And with that, I'll open my notes.
Vargi starts figuring out how to rig this thing to explode.
Nice.
While Sichuan is sniffing around the walls of the Cogfort.
Well,
kind of metal.
Well, as you smell too close, down the steps, storm vermin appear. I can't even see where the stairs are, but I'll put some down here.
Get you guys to a screen.
So, let us say that Vargi, you need 3 rounds of your attention to rig the warpstone.
Much about it.
So it is Dwarden initiative.
I'm having a little issue in that Roll20 is shit.
That is an issue that I've always wanted to fix.
Here, right?
Can't see you guys, and the whole thing is white.
Yes, you don't appear to be connected.
I can see the. Well, we're very connected, Milo. So
I cannot take my token either.
I don't know what's. I can see my tokens. I'm in the game, but
Oh, your
You guys
toe.
aren't good, yeah.
So actually,
Speaking to
Yeah, we-
our live showing
we've got-
viewers of Roll20 shitting itself as usual.
Is it fine?
We
Is
can't
it fine for
see
you guys?
you.
yeah, it's fine
Can't
for
see you in
us.
the game. Do you wanna refresh?
Try that, man. I exited. I refreshed the thing. I've exited. I'll log out.
Clear your cookies and stuff.
There's some cookies, right? I'll do that. You carry on.
Can you try a hard refresh?
Define hard refresh.
So when you're on the window, press F12. You should open developer tools.
Ugh.
Oh, now we're doing a proper.
Toes.
Maybe you should
Course.
just reinstall Windows.
No.
It is weirdly not loading some shit. Look, you could crack on. Let's go with Vargi, and then just pretend everyone's got +1 damage.
Mike, have you tried deleting System 32?
No, I haven't. How do I do that?
That could work. If you delete System 32, that might fix everything.
Yeah.
Try to help.
What do I have to do?
So what people used to say in World of Tanks, they say, "Go play Monopoly." If you were shit.
Did you open developer
Oh
tools?
man, there's such penises.
Played some Union Monopoly the other day. It was great. I'm deleting some.
Is it just as capitalist fun as original?
Yeah, except you get to be beaten by your own child at it, so it's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Succession Simulator.
that is it.
All right,
No,
so
just pretend everyone's got +1 damage and +1 hit, and carry on. Ignore me until I
yeah,
join.
in your zone.
In my zone.
So Vargi, you're currently occupied.
Tinkering.
So we'll do initiative 5, which is Klaus. So we'll, I don't know what you reckon, some arcane boats or something.
He said he used Mystic Shield, I think, but yeah, you can go for Arcane Belts as well.
Let's try it.
Here we go.
That was good. Very
Yeah,
good.
I'll do a couple. So what's that? 1, 2,
That's-
3, 4, 5.
5 for the first one, and 3 for the second one.
3 for the second one. Okay, nice. So pretty nicely damages the first storm vermin. Oh, there he is.
Hello. Why?
Oh wait, Mikey, does +1 damage that work on magic spells as well?
Oh my goodness, I really doubt it, but give me a second. Also, it should be more than +1 damage if you give me a second, because I'll do my test. I'm in the game now, so we're all good. Oh,
Excellent.
it really can't be. It's +1. I know this, wouldn't you? By heart. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Any ally you don't can hear you deal additional damage equal to your successes. So yeah, it just says deal additional damage. I could.
Okay.
That sounds like that.
In that case, that storm vermin dies. Excellent synergy by me, the player, playing my turn-based action game. Playing my
Ollie MVP so far.
Abyssal Artillery.
It's actually 3 damage. I've done my rolls. It's actually +3 damage. I did
Plus
very well.
3 damage. So the first
Yes.
one would have been 8, which would have killed one outright. And then the next one would have been 2, 3, plus. Okay, so. Okay, so one of them's blasted, the other one is almost dead. Nice, wizards are easy. So next, I think it's you, Gouge Thorn, Dreadbark.
It is.
Dreadbark, you're not on the map because the hole that
Yeah.
Sichuan made in the back of the cogfort, he only made it big enough for Dwarden and humans. No, Dwarden, humans, and Gouge Thorn.
Cool. All right, I'll stay in the lane.
Okay, you can just snipe through the hole, can't you?
Not
How's he
one-handed.
gonna fit through? He's massive. My initiative is 3. I don't know if that's before or after the ramen.
They are also 3, so
Okay, perfect. Yay. They are, but they're 2 zones away, so that means I have to waste one of my turns running, but that's fine. So I'll use 1 metal, so I can attack. I'll split my attack into 2 and attack 1 and 1. Does that also give me 3 on each one of them, or is it just 3 in total?
Then you count it as 1 dice roll, right?
Yeah, but it's plus 3 damage, right?
So you just add +3 to that whole dice pool, I think.
But I need to split my dice pool if I'm going to hit 2 characters, that's what I'm saying.
So I just do 2 and 1, I guess,
Okay.
damage-wise. Although the first one, the lefty one, is very damaged already. So
Alright, so we'll see.
So,
There's, what's their armor, sorry?
their defense,
So yeah, the defense.
I think it's good at the minute because they're standing in lockstep.
Good, so my melee is great, so I'll be hitting on 3s.
Ah, damn it.
Alright, so for the weaker one. That's good.
How many successes is that? Or damage?
That's 3 successes, plus 1, so 4 damage.
He's dead.
Perfect. Oh, yeah, there you go. And the second one. I think I should just do this. Yeah, I have 1 focus. So I can turn that 2 into a 3. So that's 4 successes, plus 1, plus the other 3 extra damage. So that's 8.
Also dead. So as we go into the next round, Dreadbark, you trying to look through the hole, watching the action. You see above, you see some Skaven like climbing down the handholds outside of the cogfort, skittering down, trying to get inside to the hole where you are. So as the next turn goes on, initiative to Ardin. Vargi still. I'm not actually Vargi.
Engineering occurring.
now I can see the map. I can make decisions. I'm
Yeah.
drawing.
Vargi, give me a crafting test.
Ooh.
Give me a DN6 crafting test. See if you can get some critical crafting.
Yeah. Critical crafting, yeah.
Who are we fighting? There's no one left.
No, they'll.
Ow. Well, task force.
We get 1 with focus. That's statistically quite a poor roll.
Yeah.
That is okay.
Yeah, you're still.
It's an okay roll if you're not fishing for 6s.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
you're definitely.
Mate, if you go over 1s, that's a great roll.
It's right. What I'll do is I'll spend my metal and I'll double my focus. I'll actually get 2 6s.
Toe 6s. Yeah. Not enough, I don't think, to give you the old boost.
But more on this next time when I rig it for extra booms.
Yes. More storm vermines.
Given that more are coming in, has combat ended, or is this still ongoing combat?
Ongoing combats.
Okay, so my melee right now is extraordinary, so this is perfect.
Brag it, doesn't it? So the room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, run me again what state of damage everyone's in. I feel like Galston was almost dead, but he seems to be in a prime combat mode still.
Oh yes.
Felt like he was on his last legs.
That is his vibe.
I mean, that's pretty much what Galston is all about.
Death or glory, a key feature of Gouge-Thorn.
Yep.
Is it happening again, Mikey?
Yeah, happening again.
Oh, what, your Discord?
You all suddenly like you've fallen down a well. It's hilarious. Right, okay, well, I can't do much there. He's standing and fighting. Oh, I'm a bit injured. When's that? Ugh. I want to help the poor lad. Kind of not helping himself. Let's see. Let's see. Not too much. There no. You didn't think of moving back last turn or anything? Kind of get a bit of safety.
The turn ended with me killing the two of them. I didn't really have a chance to move back.
There's just so little I can do to help you. Unless I go in the zone with you, which sounds horrifying.
But it could also be fun.
Well, make a decision.
Yeah, I don't know what to make. I will be stumped.
That's an interesting move.
They seem to they dropped pretty quick, right? They weren't too right. They seem to.
Ish.
Oh, dude. If I was OP right now, I would just be like, it's too late, you have to move.
Yeah, but
You're dead. 7 goblins attack you.
I'm gonna move into the zone. Here we go. Have this.
Yeah.
Gonna swing my axe
Oh, blimey.
at this guy. What do those braces give me again? Yeah, Gouge Thorn. You have a question?
Yeah. I attack one of them immediately as they come in.
What's my Okay.
Okay, go on then.
Perfect.
You're not attacking me, are you?
Well, I could, but no.
Oh, because they've come into the room, I see.
Oh, also, did you do your Gougy Thorn after you kill one person? You have to linger.
I did, yeah. Well, but so when that happens, my turn ends. But since I killed like both of them at once, then
Oh, I see.
I could just open my hands and blast as I ran in.
Bending the rules.
Am I? Do you think I am? If I am, I'll change it.
I
it'd
mean,
be like an instantaneous thing at once.
I'm happy to accept it as a cool hack, as a cool life hack.
If you honestly think that it's like a bending of the rules kind of thing, I'm happy to disregard it for next time.
I feel like double kills. If Gougy could do it, probably he would.
Okay, great. So for this one, it's 7 successes plus 1 extra damage plus the other 3. So, I mean, as soon as one of them enters the room, it drops dead.
How much damage?
It's 7 successes, so it's 7 damage plus 1 extra damage, and it's 8 plus the other 3 that Mikey gave me. So.
Nice. So the first Skaven comes down the stairs and just gets a bark claw through the face, severing its spine. And then the rest of its mates follow suit and lock into their little ratty phalanx.
And now I'm gonna be a prime target.
Right, go on, Sichuan.
Okay, right. Let's roll a battle axe. What's their defense?
Good.
Bad idea. Names, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not doing rolling because the bloody thing's not. There it is. Llaradoc.
Alright.
So, yeah. Oh, it's not great. 1 hit.
So you've done 2 damage. It bounces off their shield wall.
Well, I distracted them. And I'll use my 2 metals to use my what thingamabobs. Let's see, we're in damage spellcasters, so we'll go with the classic. Let's see, we'll roll for extra damage. Come on, extra damage. Come on. Oh, good. Oh, it's the same again. Yeah, back up to 3 damage this turn. And then
Is that same zone as you, right?
same zone as me, so it's all gouging.
Alright.
And this one wants to join me as well. And then yes, very much, and then +1, and then accuracy as always. There we go. Oh yeah, we're all in. Squad.
Yep. Gonna do a couple of arcane bolts from Klaus bot. Oh,
3 damage.
tale of 2 stories there. 5 plus how much? 3.
Yeah.
Kills 1. Next with the 2 focus. Pops up to 3. 6. Just fails to kill 1. Yeah, he's still got 1 metal, isn't he? Yes. Right. Cool. Gouge them.
Okay. So
Same as before. You got one weakie and 2 at full health.
like the exact same as before. I'm gonna start with the weaker one first. That hits. That's 4 damage. And the other one. Yep, that also hits. And I'm gonna add the other +3 damage, so that's 8.
2 dead.
Use 1 metal to fully attack this last one.
These guys.
Yeah, and he is dead.
That's without the bonus.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, dang.
Well, at the end of that round, Vargi, you've set your don't know, whatever you've set.
He's rigged up some athematic gunpowder in a little pouch, and he probably has a spool of whatever the fantasy version of detonator cord is, just in his pocket as usual, I imagine. Something along those lines. No, he's probably managed to craft some sort of timed delay explosive.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That'll be Mandy Blaster activated.
Maybe a little gunpowder trail.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of being a mess, it'll be like a sort of hexagrammatic pattern of precision.
Somehow you optimize the line more than a straight line. All right, cool. What do you do, team? As Vargi calls the... Actually, what do you say, Vargi? What do you shout to the team?
I mean...
Is everything you ready, guys?
Hey, we've got about, approximately, just by my marks, something in the region of exactly 78 seconds to get off this tub. So, shall we?
Yeah, so I'm running off, yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah,
There's no
let's
reason to
run
stick
and
around.
dive through the hole as the explosion goes behind us. We all.
Well, you have to go one at a time, shooting out the back of the
That's not
cogfort.
very exciting, is it?
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, but I've got a cool scene. So as you all jump out the molten hole of the cogfort past Dreadbark, as you turn around, you see more Skaven rushing into the engine room, including another Warlock engineer and an old foe, the great Captain Skitterclank. And
Yes.
he's pointing his sword at the storm vermin to secure the engine room, and the Warlock engineer. And as you start to see the warpstone sort of chain reacting and starting to explode, you see Skitterclank turn and see you escaping, then turn back to the warpstone, and then let out sort of a curdling screech as the warpstone energy fills the deck.
2 seconds before, precisely 2 seconds before the explosion is off, Vargi rather smugly looks away from the cogfort and says, "Fire in the knoll."
Nice.
That was terrible. I wanted to do it anyway.
So you jump out of the cogfort, and the explosion rips apart the bottom of the cogfort, taking out the legs. It tilts forward, breaking the warpstone cannon into two pieces. The screaming bell flies off the front, Skaven are flying off the top deck everywhere, and the bell clatters down onto the streets. Silenced.
Nice.
Silenced. Well. And there we go.
Nice.
Nice.
That is threat 1 of 9. That's where-
Yeah, well, that was just that
Yeah.
was one of like a multi-objective.
Yeah.
Anyone
no.
feeling good we didn't
Fair.
split the party?
Oh.
I
I
immediately
never
said that I was wrong in thinking that we should.
I agree. I agree that you were wrong.
So, because you defeated,
You agree on things.
because you destroyed the Skaven cogfort and defeated Captain Skitterclank, I can reduce Doom by 1.
Huzzah!
To shoot back up and have more plus doom weapons fired at us.
Just to remind you, I don't know what our doom is at, but
120.
2 now, I should think.
It is now
yeah,
at 2.
It can never be reduced below 2 because of Klaus' turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
you love that fact.
Sorry.
That's Daryl's favourite
no,
thing to say. Because of me,
I'm
guys.
just trying to be fair.
Because of me, guys.
Edgelord.
Doom is minimum 2.
I'm trying to be fair. I can't win with you guys.
No, I'm glad you brought it up in the spirit of honesty, but it's an incredibly edgelord character feature.
By default, I literally could not remove it.
But you could not choose it.
No. It's part of the character.
I know.
Yes.
Could not choose that
Yeah.
character.
See the working through.
I don't think I was able to not choose it, honestly.
The character. Nah, come on. We're getting
I
at
feel like
something
when you
here.
start the game, we're
You
given a
picked the
character creator.
Ah, yeah, no, I just picked the character. Yeah.
Right. You make your way back to Forgehaven.
That sounds good.
And
I'll pick our next objective.
yes, and Captain Heinz is looking a bit distraught. But he doesn't know that you chose to blow it up. He just saw it happen.
I didn't choose to play it. Just so we know.
Yeah. And he says to you that he will, hopefully once the battle is over the Ironweald Arsenal, can see what they can salvage from the remains. They're not as quick as the Skaven were, but by Sigmar, they should be able to recover at least the majority of it.
Surely I don't call you the Ironweald Arsenal for nothing. Right? I mean, there's quite a lot of welding to be done, to be sure, but yeah, no.
Just have to make sure that the Fire Slayers do not steal all my Urgold runes.
What? No, they weren't they? I'm so confused. I don't know what the truth is anymore.
Only the best Fire Slayers can detect my Urgold. My special Nazi Urgold.
That's true.
My potions are only for the strongest warriors.
A reference?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got your Korgoroth threat, and you've got your meeting.
That's one out, guys. I don't think I mean, you've dealt with a Korgoroth quite easily already.
How are the medical facilities available to those in need of dire medical attention?
You'll definitely be able to recover your toughness, obviously.
All
But
of it?
yeah. You'll be able to take a breather here.
Wounds?
But in terms of wounds, you will need to sit out a threat. To recover a wound.
See, I feel like the Gorgoroth is just a distraction. That's the real danger out of circle.
Well, you can always
I
send.
certainly find it quite distracting.
You can always send allies to deal with it instead. You've got Captain Heights can go.
Yeah, I think that's.
And
I think Gauster should shit this one out.
he's gonna shit this one out.
Yeah.
Should sit this one out.
Yeah, if that's the kind of wound you've sustained.
Bullet to the intestines.
Coming out like sawdust. Horrible mental image, really.
Yeah. Like one of those like industrial sawmills where it like picks up the tree and goes. So, what's the plan, team? Gauji's taking a breather, massaging some aquagyranis into his branches.
We've got the Gorgoroth. What are the other threats? I've got them though. There's the.
So there's the Khorne, and then there's the secret meeting between the cherished Weald and the Sylvaneth.
And we can all do 2 of the 3, can't we?
Yes.
So to achieve both, we would need now to split the party.
Or
No.
send allies.
I simply don't know if we can go through this again as a party.
We haven't split up for ages.
No, we don't have to split up. This was the whole discussion last time. Splitting the party is not required. One of the threats can be dealt with by allies.
So wait, let me get this straight. Are you saying...
The request of the splitting of the party is now a kickable from the party offence.
Well, I'll join the allies and go with them to do the other mission then, and then the party will be split. Which allies are we sending to, and where are we sending them then?
Well, I
send
think
one ally.
since we already fought the Gorgoroth, we should send allies to fight the Gorgoroth, and we should. Oh, my connection's going really shit.
We can hear you well, if that helps.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just we can't see you properly.
I just turned my camera off, if that helps.
Don't stop now.
So the only ally you have at the minute is Captain Heights.
Yeah.
Unless you think
Also,
of...
are we going to count Klaus as an ally, just like we counted Dreadbark as an ally last time?
I think so.
So we have 2, but can we only send 1? Can we send both of them?
If you send Klaus with Heinz, then I will give you a bonus to the roll because he will considerably buff his little cogsmiths, little Pikmin cogsmiths.
Then we'll miss out on like the actual activity that takes place, right?
Oh, he's also not here anyway.
I
So.
think as a party we need to accept that this is a situation of compromise we're being pushed into, and we have to accept that there are some compromises to be made.
That's not. I'm being like out of.
The city's been
out
destroyed!
Yeah, I just out of the game. I feel like Ollie's prepared something, and I don't want it to go to waste. That's why.
Metagaming.
I think that we will
On my
never
behalf.
experience any of the stories to come if we sit around in the little fort dithering forever.
Oh, we're
Look.
not
I'm gonna rest anyway. So
Honestly,
Says Vargi.
honestly, I went into this knowing that you could only do 2 of 3, so of each stage. If you split the party, yes, you get to see all 3, but also have this annoying situation where 2 or 3 players are having to sit and watch. So
Well, it sounds like a fair compromise. We're sending Klaus then, because we're accomplishing sending additional
Yeah.
troops. without the negative
Right.
effect sitting around.
Klaus, look after yourself, lad.
Wee lad. So I can decrease the difficulty of this group test by
Oh,
a group test.
oh, alright.
Okay, so shall I resolve that first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Make it so.
Let's see. Klausy boy. Target DN is 4. Alright, so he's successfully tracked down the Kogoroth, Captain Heights, and his cogsmiths. So count the number of successes and refer to the threat resolution table. So I mean, it's only 2-6. Oh dear.
No.
Oh dear. Maybe I should have used Captain Heights. Has he got better skill? I think he's just a... What's his stat block?
Have we just sent Klaus to his doom while Laurie's not even here?
Well, I
Kinda,
guess
yeah.
it goes.
Oh, human
It was
cogsmith.
Dreadbark who was going to be sacrificed last week.
It's always the way.
Although I would send Dreadbark against the Kogoroth sooner than I'd send Klaus.
Honestly, that kind of makes sense, to be honest.
Right. Okay, so actually, they would have been even worse without Klaus. So, but it says, I feel like this is another typo because it says it calls it a group test. A 5-1 mind survival test. So it's a group test. I think I add. Should I add them all together then? Because they can reduce. So I'm just going to do 16d6 to represent the 8 cog boys. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what I just did there was do a survival test because it's Captain Heights and 8 cogsmiths. So as a group test, I've added all those successes, rolling mind, which they have 2 of. So I actually have, with Klaus's 2, that's actually 11 successes. So it is a heroic victory.
Hey.
Not a single life was lost, and the threat is resolved.
Nice.
Sick.
Which is better
Well
than
done, Klaus and friends.
which is better than
Klaus.
2 successes.
Yeah, that sounds better.
All right. Yes, we'll find out how that happened next time.
Next time.
Next time on. Right. So while that's happening, the rest of you head off to the location where you believe the meeting was taking place, the cherished Weald's garden, where you have been all that time ago. And Dreadbark, you even planted stuff there, if I recall.
Indeed. Dreadbark would like to keep a weather eye out for his little baby grove of plants from the seeds that were shot down on us from the sky.
Oh yeah. Seedfall.
Mm.
So, as you arrive, you see that the garden is overgrown with vines and blooming flowers.
Oh, nice.
Although on casual inspection, the plant life appears dried out. Patches of rot can be seen eating away at the petals and leaves.
Oh.
Still, this is pretty much the only fertile ground in Greywater. And as you approach, you see a small greenhouse with light emanating from it, and you hear two people in conversation. So you must roll me a stealth test. Anyone who wants to get closer to hear what's going on.
I will.
DN4.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Anyone else stealthily going up?
I was going to. Everything seems to be going slowing again. DM4, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Not advised for Vargi to join the sneaking. A position from which Vargi can hang back.
Yeah, you could hang back.
Ready fire support if required. Wouldn't want to give the game up by knocking over a plant pot.
Right, so just the two, Sichuan and Dreadbark. Oh, yeah, because Gauji's not there and Klaus isn't there.
Yep.
Right. So, as you get closer, you make out the two figures to be Anastasia Everlark, the old flame of Dreadbark, of course.
Or I don't think Dreadbark's interested in her at all.
Oh, you were just that was just
Really, really more up Alex's alley, really.
that was the what do they call it? Like something bleed, where your character and player bleed into one.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just those goddamn cuffs. It was those cuffs.
Vargi, you may not like recognize so much. Well, actually, you're not getting closer, but Dreadbark, you recognize the other person as a Sylvaneth, and you remember them from the battle at Brynner's farm, as this Sylvaneth was speaking for Pale Oak, and they go by Oak Speaker.
A literal.
Yeah. Is that like a sort of a lifelong role? Called me Oak Speaker, so
Yeah.
centuries of that, I guess.
I think it's these are like non-Sylvaneth names, right? So it's like, oh, I shall be known as Oak Speaker. So as you listen in, you can hear Anastasia Everlark thanking the Branch Wraith for meeting with her in this desperate time. She asks how they were able to get into the city, but the Branch Wraith does not answer this, only asking for reassurance that they're definitely meeting alone. The cherished Weald leader assures them that they are, and is thankful that the Sylvaneth has given the cherished Weald another chance to negotiate for peace. I'm going to need Sichuan Dreadbark to roll another stealth test, please.
Another? Hammer?
About sneaky as fuck, mate.
The sparse foliage really helping you out there.
Mm-hmm. Melting into the
Yeah.
into the leaf cover.
Pucker. All right, that was a terrible roll by me. So we continue. So as you listen in, you start to hear that Anastasia is starting to plead for the lives of the Greywater workers, primarily those who live in the outer circle. She wishes to get them free from the city before the siege runs into the outer circle, stating that the war is not their fault, that they are bystanders in the matter. She believes that with the Sylvaneth's aid, the citizens could be led through Ghyran to Festimir Realmgate. She goes on to condemn the leaders of the city. The Council of the Forge is rife with Khorne fanatics, and the Grand Conclave allowed them to have run of the city. She even goes on to condemn the Redeemer himself for abandoning his people and allowing the forces of order to come to blows against each other in the first place.
That's not on. I'll not have that. I'm not standing for that.
Well
Look,
said.
you're not Eryxian. Eryxian's God.
Mm.
You can't smite people.
True.
So I need Dreadbark and Sichuan to roll a Fortitude awareness test.
Oh, this is where I shine.
Oh dear.
And Vargi, you see anyway, but you don't need to roll.
Oh, it's not where I shine. I am unaware.
All right. Yeah, your little eye goggle lenses.
I don't see through walls anymore, but they still got zoom.
Oh yes. You see, and Dreadbark, you also see, floating from hidden in the foliage. You see some mere sprites surrounding the greenhouse that the conversation is happening in. The conversation continues as Oak Speaker appears to be considering the offer from Anastasia as they kind of look around the gardens, and then they simply counter by saying that everyone in the city is to blame for the state of the Gulmir, and that the citizens are no mere bystanders if they choose to work for the industrialists who have poisoned Ghyran in the first place. The Branchwraith then thanks Anastasia for escorting them to this garden. The Spirit Song of War declares that this place will be the first wildwood grown in Greywater fastness. And then you see the Branchwraith throw Anastasia through the glass of the greenhouse across the garden.
Man, this is
Like bloody EastEnders, mate.
It is really, really, really trying to draw a big, thick black marker pen underline under the phrase. Sylvaneth are kind of nasty, really. Like,
not what is it?
Wow.
A few bad apples. All Sylvaneth
I
are
guess they know
bastards.
what they want. And they want to get it.
Oak Speaker then walks into the garden and gets their staff and starts to move it about with glowing with sort of green jade energy. And Dreadbark, you know this to be sort of the magics to summon a wild wood. and the mere sprites kind of move about in a sort of a defensive formation.
Yikes. I mean, Dreadbark hasn't been sent here to win a war for the Sylvaneth. He's been sent here to, you know, do Soulbound duties and secure the city in peace and whatnot. Justice. I don't know. This is a tricky one. Especially since his star-crossed vision of trying to find the magic panacea to make the Sylvaneth peaceful again appears to not be a reality.
I think
he's had to come to terms with that.
Yeah, I think you probably know as well. Like, I mean, I haven't found much writing on it, but it seems to be that once the spirit song starts to sing the war song, the Sylvaneth can't really stop themselves. It kind of goes into sort of hive mind mode. I guess kind of similar to the Eldar when they put the aspect masks on and they just, you know, that's just it.
Yeah.
And the only reason that you and Gougethorn are able to not be under their influence is because of that soulbound power that allows you to have like 1 foot out the door kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if whether Dreadbark's commitment to mission and commitment to Alariel would win out here and cause him to step out and be like, nope, we're having a fight now, or whether he would be conflicted and the rest of the party would have to step ahead and do that, and he might follow or not.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you probably know that a wildwood in the middle of a city, like, it's just gonna
fuck everything up.
Yeah,
like,
it's
destroy lots of homes and
and kill people and all this. So
still, though, he is in conflict.
Okay, do Sichuan and Vargi do anything?
Yeah, you know what? I may be wrong and I may not be paying attention, but
Good.
I still have good feelings towards
But I'm
Ernest.
going to get in that space shuttle and we're going to go to Mars. I don't care what Black Hitler says.
No, we still like Anastasia Everlark. So this is probably the first time. Yeah, because Sichuan's been like on the side of the Sylvaneth, but this is no bueno, as we say.
We do say that.
Could say that. So maybe, yeah, I guess we don't really know what's going on. So maybe, yeah, definitely lurches forward, maybe between the big tree face and where Anastasia was thrown, and just kind of holds up his axe and yells, pokes him and goes, "You stop that now! You stop it!" One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Back beast, I warn you. Put you on the map.
Oh God! Take it back.
Oh, I put them.
Back now, y'all.
Did you make this, Ollie?
I made the map. Yeah. Well, I didn't make it. I didn't draw it.
Ah, well, I mean, did you form it?
I
You
did.
certainly drew the lines on it.
I did. All right, you bastard.
I thought.
Here
Oh,
I
there
am
we go.
giving you a compliment, and then
So
It's
you're
always the way, isn't it? Darryl tries to give you a compliment, like the good-natured little, you know, Peter Pan that he is. And Mikey comes along and shits all over it.
Yeah, that's me.
Look, I'm just trying to build up our personal brands for the stream, right? Like we've got to have characters.
Yeah.
We've got to have archetypes. Like
yeah.
People got to start shipping. Like I don't know, some of us. I don't know who yet. We'll have to Just preparing for fame, you know.
We're already at any moment it can take you.
I'm already at 150. Next step's 300. Next step's 500. Next step 1,000.
Wee.
From there, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to 10,000. You know.
That's it.
I feel like I'm being still mocked.
No, I'm actually genuinely quite chuffed.
For mocking me, aren't you?
Still alive, but I'm very badly burnt.
I don't want to like put attention towards this, but Mikey's in a lot of danger.
That's how he likes it.
It's true. Right. Action needs to be decided, or at least talking about action being decided, or telling me about what your characters are doing.
Right. Wait, so I
would-
thought, hold on, you said that she was thrown through a window. Why is she in the middle of a field?
Because that's
Well, you asked me.
because I didn't find a map which exactly matched the description of the cherished Weald Gardens on Google Images.
Did you try Google Map and do like a top-down view and just scan around places to see if...
Yeah.
I'm going to kick you out at this rate.
I say this is like the greenhouse here, top bit. And then that's where they were having the conversation. And then she gets thrown out of the window onto this field.
Right. Okay, I see.
And then this is where Oak Speaker is doing their Oogie Boogie summoning ceremony. And this is where Vargi's hiding. And that's where Dreadbark was hiding.
Oak Speaker. I mean, Vargi won't have been able to hear the conversation from where he's at, really. So he's
Nope.
He's probably a little in the dark as to what's actually happening, although it doesn't look. Are we? We're not. We are in a combat situation now, right? Or are we not yet?
Well, Oak Speaker's just doing their summoning, but now things will
what's
start
out here.
happening in rounds.
Right.
In the same combination of things, pick her up and move her out of this zone and still have some metal left? What would I need to exert to grab, chuck her over my shoulder and dash out of the zone?
I don't think you I think you can move normally with her.
Okay.
So it would be your move plus 1 action
Okay.
to go
Yeah,
there
that's
and back.
fine.
Let me quickly run that by my calculator.
You're a strong guy. You work out.
There's I live, bro. Yeah, that's fine. That's 2 mils. That's fine. Cool. I will do that. That's great. I will hit. Yeah. I don't think I can move her.
Okay.
You.
Yeah, it's fine. Massive.
And chuck her over the zone line that is clearly drawn in the real world map that we see.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn. No, actually, you know what? I don't turn. I got my back to them. And I just like click my fingers and a volcano just erupts in the zone behind me.
Okay.
I don't even look.
Okay.
It just happens. It's all metal.
So you have to remind me what that does again.
It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been hurricane season.
Is it Mage a hazard?
Yeah, it turns it into a deadly hazard. When the creature enters the hazard for the first time or it starts its turn, it takes 5 damage.
All right. Well, it's a major hazard.
I assume they're all wooden. I mean, that's double damage, right? That's how it works.
No.
What?
Is it ignoring armor?
No.
No.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No.
Right. Yeah, and it's also a major hazard for non-Sylvaneth as well because of the wild wood.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, that's not going to be very good for their setting up of a new garden, is it?
Why should I have thrown someone through a window? Maybe an overreaction. I don't know. Find out in the post-mortem.
Well, Vargi, it is your turn, sir.
Yes. Update. I've discovered it should actually have already been my turn, but we'll go over that because I was looking at my character sheet. I'm now initiative 8.
Oh, what the fuck?
And then I was checking why, and it's just because over time I've added points into things that actually affect initiative,
Yes.
and I didn't realise.
That's right. That was me before too.
Anyway, Vargi will be prioritising defending Anastasia, and is not of a mind these days to indiscriminately wreak havoc on Sylvaneth unless he has to. So he will be holding his action, or if anyone is to enter this zone, fire upon them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair to them, they're probably going to try and get out of that zone, so it's probably a bit unfair of them to assume they're doing anything other than escaping. But yeah.
Go into this zone, but it's not the point. It's not a tactical choice specifically.
The moral choice.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. He's hunkering over Anastasia. Got at the ready.
All right, cool.
Putting on a brave face.
Nice.
Now that his armor's finally stopped.
Oh, well, actually, the mere sprites have an initiative of 7
Ooh.
as well.
Everyone just not forgetting their initiative.
But
Initiatives to beat.
unfortunately, they are swarms, which means they take double damage from attacks that affect the whole zone.
Oh, I knew it.
Which
poor
means-
little tykes.
I knew it as well.
Oh, couldn't have done that in the engine room. Good you, lad.
What, the volcano? No, because everyone was standing in the freaking zone.
No, they weren't.
Oh yes, yes. I made many mistakes in the. We've been over this. Thanks for bringing it up again. You know,
It's just
Wait.
what Vargi was thinking. It's
Varg.
you're just hearing a little bit of Vargi's.
Sure,
Well, he probably
Varg.
is thinking that as he watches all of these enemies be destroyed.
Did they all just die out immediately?
Yes.
We missed the volcano.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Who's the volcano?
No, but it's fine, Varg. I mean, we got a hurricane instead in the ship, so
Everyone complains about the hurricane.
did it do anything?
Oh, well, I shouldn't have destroyed them because apparently more appear
What?
when they're destroyed. That's good, isn't it?
That is good.
That's good. That's what I wanted.
Very good.
You have an interesting definition of what good is.
Oh, I went a bit gung ho with this fire, didn't I? It slipped into the other zone.
So think about a
No, they stay in very specific dotted squares.
Well, if you're doing that, then technically this area should also be.
Well, yeah, but there's. Stupid.
what?
No
All
one's
right,
down
so-
in that corner.
so-
It's fine.
Oakspeaker continues to summon the Wildwood, braving the fire of the volcano to complete
Stand
their quest.
That's
That
dedication.
was given to them by the Grove. Dreadbark.
Dreadbark. I guess steps closer to Oakspeaker and calls out to them. Do not do this. Do not stoop to the level of these poisoning fiends. You will be murdering their innocent and their young just as they do to our people. whatever you think even the lowliest of the people of this city is guilty of, don't be guilty of it yourself. Just stop the ritual. You can help us end this fight.
Just stop it.
Just stop, all right? Just
Let it out, man.
take a breather.
Just
Take a
leave.
chill pill.
Just leave it. They just glance over their shoulder at you and they say, "You know, I cannot." This is the desire.
Then I will do what I must. And Dreadbark ignites his lightsaber and prepares to boogie.
Jungle boogie.
By which I mean knocks an arrow and aims at Oak Speaker with a slightly woody tear in his eye. Maybe like flower food. That's what his tears are.
Compost.
What?
Compost.
Yes. Well, that's more other excretions, I would think. But
You don't cry tea bags.
used coffee filters.
All right. Roll your attack. The dreadest of
All right.
barks.
It's a cold shot at the poor devil's head.
Through the fire and the flames.
We carry on. What's his defense?
Average.
Are we buffed at this point?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm taking aim, which puts my accuracy up to superb. So it is still 2s to hit. Oh, that's not very good, actually. But it's not very good there, Bone. But we did get 5 out of 6 there. Plus the normal +1, because it's successes +1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plus plus another one for crack shot. So it's 7 damage. And I did roll 2 6s, so it's with AP -2 due to PS armor.
Ah, well, even without the AP, you strike an arrow through Oak Speaker's woody heart.
Oh lord.
Ugh. And they crumble into the volcano. The wildwood wasting away before it could grow to full self-sustaining size.
I just turn to Dreadbark and shake my head and say, I can't believe you'd do that to a splitter.
Sorry,
I can't
who's
blame
talking?
This one.
I didn't recognise that voice.
Yeah, I didn't feel like the voice at that moment.
Dreadbark. It's not even that Dreadbark ignores what Sichuan says. Dreadbark doesn't hear what Sichuan says. Dreadbark is in a little thing of his own right now, and a bit of him is kind of broken forever. He's never killed a Sylvaneth before.
Must be renamed to Dread of Bark.
Bark's Dreadbark.
Bark's Dread.
Bark's Dread, maybe.
Barkbane, tree hater.
The City Walker.
Smog boy.
Pollution lad. I don't know.
combination with the power.
Dan, Dreadbark's more of a killer player than Gauster is. See, Gauster never killed any Sylvaneth.
I know, it's unheard of. Dreadbark will kill a Sylvaneth with Vargi, they're not.
Dreadbark just saved thousands of lives at the cost of his own psychological health.
It's true. And that's
Screw
what
you guys.
that's what we put on a pedestal, right, kids?
Oh yes.
In these stories, right? So, you've
Oh,
solved.
you somehow managed to make that about like war PTSD. Sick.
You know, I love a real world message
Yeah, man.
in my role playing games. Anyway, so you've solved this threat. What do you do with Anastasia? I mean, chat when you two
Yeah,
kill her.
wait for her to come around and find out what the
What do
hell,
cats want to do?
what the bloody hell went on. We don't actually really know. You might be in the wrong. You know.
Mm.
You know.
I feel like you overheard quite a lot of what she was doing.
Oh, what do we have here?
Don't know. You have to watch it when I post it tomorrow on YouTube. I'm not repeating all of it.
Ooh.
I bet Daryl understood it pretty well.
But this is why you should watch the live streams, because there's exclusive content that doesn't make it to the YouTube upload. So
That's true.
real fans watch live.
So you get the full
Only fans.
experience. Yeah,
Only fans.
the only
That's
fans.
right.
Only fans truly watch live.
Is you saying that going to make it into the video so that people on YouTube know what they're missing?
Don't know. You'll have to subscribe to our TikTok account to find out, Darren.
Mm.
And the
Smash that
Patreon only content as well. Which is
We're gonna do an ARG to let you know whether it is or isn't going to be in the episode.
It'd be cool to actually include.
the post-session discussions only available on Patreon. Mikey recounts what he thinks happened.
We can call it the
Please.
post-sessions.
Oh my god.
That's quite good.
You just
Partial redemption.
You are wasted in PR. Get into marketing, boy. Come on.
But that's kind of that's my press releases. That's fine.
Yeah. Press releases. Sorry.
You heard so what Anastasia was trying to do in a nutshell, in a Sylvaneth nutshell, was trying to make a deal to save the poor people of Greywater. They were trying to make a deal where they could leave the city and leave Gairan in return for free passage. And that was it.
And they kind of just said, fuck you.
Sylvaneth went, nope, you're all human scum and you all have to die because of your smart.
And thanks for letting me in, you idiot.
I don't feel bad for my volcano anymore then.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, that was the
I don't.
to do, I think.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't hear any of that, so he's not the one to have that.
Although you could be like, well, you did.
He could be. Anastasia! I didn't catch a word you said over there, despite the fact some of us were nearby enough to listen. I did see you get thrown out a window. What are you doing?
This place has gone to the shit. Yeah. I guess she's shaken, but still believes that she did the right thing, or tried to do the right thing. She explains that she used the tunnels that you used to escort Mottled Leaf out of the city to help Oakspeaker get into the city. But she's pretty dejected now that the plan has failed, and she's starting to think that they all possibly might die because of
Am I still allowed to give an opinion?
because of the greed of the council and the Forge Bros.
You're always allowed to give your opinion. Darren.
No, I mean, because I'm not there. So
I mean, out of character, yes.
no, it would affect the decision taken by the characters. So no.
Oh.
Phone a friend.
Oh gosh, Thorn, I don't know what to do. It's been such a day.
You've got 30 seconds. Well, chat really wants you to kill her. And I have a feeling this may be the one NPC that this party won't kill.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a drastic move.
I feel like Carrick Bond would have done.
Well, the bar's low.
No,
You only have to be a fleeing civilian or something. So
Well, no, there was a lot to that, and you know that. And also, we're not going to get into that now. It's a different campaign.
Anastasia, I think you've done the wrong thing here, but for the right reasons. I don't believe that we're in a position to judge you for what you've done here, trying to save people. The question is, what will you do now?
I mean, I think you could probably tell that she's pretty injured and sort of like cut on herself as well.
Makes sense.
And she says, I'm not sure. I think it all depends whether you turn me in for conspiring against the council.
Well,
My garden is destroyed, so there's nothing left for me in this city.
all right.
yeah, well, that is a shame that the garden got destroyed. It's, sometimes I think the burning down of things, isn't there something about forest fires or something, fertilizing the ground, maybe one. It's, that being that, I'm certainly not of a mind to turn you in. I don't know about the rest of these lot, but our experience here has taught us anything. It's that there's a path of neutrality that doesn't involve sticking by the council without thinking about their aims and goals and how they led us here. No. I won't detain you. And then he looks to the party.
No, it's all good with me. You're trying to do what you can in a difficult situation. Don't know, my voice has changed again. It's gone. It's gone somewhere else. I don't really know why.
And now Sichuan from Zimbabwe. All the Sichuans from the multiverse.
He's a man of the world.
I'm not traveling the last few turns.
Dreadbark isn't even listening to this conversation. He is wandering around the kind of ruins of the grove, looking for his baby plants, and not finding them.
Yes. Is the volcano been dispelled yet?
Nah. Just for dramatic effect.
So Dreadbark's just like walking up and down the outside of the volcano, like
It's like pointing towards it.
yeah.
I mean, if the plants were under the volcano, then I think dispelling the volcano is unlikely to change.
Well, putting it there certainly won't.
Yeah, I just for sort of mental image of Dreadbark is kind of walking around the charred, scorched earth, The Blackened Earth, you may say.
Mm.
Ah.
That was sort of in my mind. Yes.
Yeah, so that, yeah.
Am I the story?
Are we
Are
the
you the baddie?
Is this
Am I the black?
is this protagonism? Protagonisticness? I don't know.
Protagnoso.
Well, it sounds like you're not gonna you're not gonna turn her in. Do you leave her there amongst the ruins of the garden, or do you take her with you back to Forgehaven?
Yeah, she can come with us. She's not got nowhere to go. It seems like she's lost her.
She wishes.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Vargi also offers her some aqua gyranis to hopefully recover some of her strength.
Just gonna. Okay, yeah. So she probably like heals like the worst cuts. I'm just gonna share with you the chat right now, which is really hating on Anastasia. I really feel like it's kind of unwarranted. She's just trying to save people.
Oh my god! He's her. Christ!
But it's a good thing we still outnumber the chat as well.
Give her a stab.
I mean, not in terms of sheer volume.
No.
You know.
You know what they say about the silent majority, and the loud minority. Let them rule.
That's true.
Yeah, chat's quite bloodthirsty.
All right, let's chop her head off.
You know when you look at the poll results for should we reintroduce the death penalty, and you're like, it's just Opal. She's doing all the votes.
Yeah, that's it.
How is this possible? Right.
To be fair, they do have like a bit of a point, but I'm not there, so.
Well, we've resolved the threat, so let's hear your thoughts.
At the beginning of this call, I did a whole thing about all Daryl's opinions being wrong, and I had no idea how right I was going to be proved. When he suddenly comes out as pro fucking death penalty, 25 minutes from the end of the session.
It's a real twist.
I'm not gonna say anything anymore.
No, go on, Thorn Gouge. I want to hear what your bad opinion is, so that we can.
I was just gonna say like the last option that chat gave, bringing her along, might not be the worst thing.
Oh, okay, I take it back.
Thank you.
But Baz was suddenly going to come out as like some weird kind of closet gammon.
Was it gammon? Delicious. Have that next sandwich.
You have to. It's the most delicious pork joint you could have. It's gammon. You mature it in the closet for about 16, 17 years, and then have it come out to its mum.
That's it. About 12 degrees temperature.
Oh, the flavours.
All the flavours. You get flavour of coat, flavour of old boot someone left in a corner.
Mm-hmm. But also long delayed freedom and self-actualization. It's just oh.
Put some horseradish on it. You're good to go.
I have no idea.
We're eating gammon.
Then you stick it in a jar, bury it under the ground for 2 years.
Now grows a Boris Johnson tree.
That took a very unexpected twist.
Out of the Bullingdon kimchi. I'm just saying words now. Anyway.
That's all we ever do.
Not sure you were, to be honest. Bullingdon kimchi.
Right. So you successfully resolved all the threats.
Right.
During dusk.
Do we get a report back on how the old squad did with the beastie?
Oh yeah. So yeah, he probably explained that they were following it through. Do you remember ages and ages ago, probably in the first couple of sessions, when I described how Greywater has essentially conveyor belts that take workers to the factories. So
Yep.
kind of like a train system, but it's just on foot. They basically had a fight with a Khorne on one of the platforms for that, between all the moving tracks. And they managed to corner it. And I'm assuming Klaus turned it to gold and kicked it off the platform, and it shattered into a million pieces.
Make a nice monument.
Yeah, and you'll never get to see the map that I made that took so long because I had to make every
Pick the wrong
single
one.
individual track myself.
Oh, write a blog about it.
It was like GM Scalextrics. I had to make all match up.
Fucking love scale extra.
You can't say that after I genuinely try to make us go through.
I mean,
all
I can
six.
show you the map. There's
Yeah,
nothing
but-
stopping me. Here you go. It's probably not as good as I made it sound.
Oh, that looks really cool. And I'm
Yeah, let's
Is it
play
one-
it.
That is pretty cool, though.
anyone
Yeah.
else
Should we just
playing.
Should we just play this now as like a
Bonus
Sort of.
E.
bonus level?
It's
Bonus
a
level.
flashback episode.
Anyone else playing Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah,
No, I haven't
but
played Kingdom of the Wild yet.
I'm barely.
Why are we
through.
talking about this?
Well, there's lots of. They get to some train tracks. That's all I'm going to say. No spoilers.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. There's minecarts. It's great. It's all nice.
Yeah, it's great. Good game. Good Zelda. We've done it. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, in a shocking, controversial take. Tears of the Kingdom. Good game.
I don't like the first one, so I was surprised.
That is actually quite the surprising thing. So all I've heard is if you don't like the first one, you don't like this one. Or if you did like it, you don't. You did like it.
They've done enough. Done well.
Maybe you got more basic between the two games.
Yeah, it could be.
I didn't think I could get any more basics. So that's definitely not true.
Basic
Sometimes
Nintendo
you
boy.
can surprise even us.
Even yourself.
And I basically just like everything, so.
Not a bad thing.
That is true. You are a liker of things.
Just put a thing in front of me. I'll probably like it.
Great.
Yeah. Skiing, like it. Denmark, like it.
Put Denmark in
Gammon,
front of
like
Alex. Also, every faction of Warhammer ever invented.
Yep, every single one. Every single one. So, usually I pretend not to like some of them to begin with, and then as soon as I get some, like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nike? Oh, maybe there are some exceptions.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chat.
Savage.
Yeah.
Turn on him.
Yeah, pick a side.
Side. Death to the tree. We've already killed one tree today.
We're gonna have a hinge off. We're gonna have a real life, an IRL hinge off.
I forgot.
Fucking hinge off.
The Great British Hinge Off. Yeah.
I would subscribe to a streaming platform to watch the Great British Hinge Off.
I forgot about the
Is
hinge
it,
off.
is it weird if I have to ask what a hinge off is?
If you have to
You-
ask,
It is not weird.
You could probably. I think I had to name the chapter on YouTube Hinge Off because it took so long. I was like, we'll let people skip this if they get bored of the Hinge Off.
I think there was a door.
No, there was,
I don't know.
there was balcony doors, and there were two guards on the other side,
Okay.
and there was an idea. There was an idea.
Okay.
There was an idea.
The Avengers
An
Initiative
idea.
to melt the hinges off the doors to remove the doors so that Dreadbark could shoot the guards. And I think Sichuan and Vargi both use their abilities to
did the
remove
job.
the hinges off the doors.
It was yes.
it was what they called an RFP.
Yes.
They both pitched for the job, but there had to be a hinge off.
There had to be a hinge off.
Yeah, it was not optional.
Definitely not.
Yes.
So that's 3 that's taken care of.
Yes.
Happening.
Yes. Thank you for getting us back on track.
It's always Daniel.
We now
I'm sorry.
Until I know what they call it.
No Bant's Daz, that's what we call him, right? As we get to the we get to night time. Ooh.
Was that the sound of the night?
Yes. Dark
Oh,
elves.
chanting
I
men.
respect that.
And you have 3 more threats to address.
Oh, brawling. Yeah.
Jolly good.
And we'll probably have time to describe them and then for you to discuss how to deal with them and then intro that and then we'll probably end it there. But
For
yes,
bookkeeping's sake, how much wounds? How many wounds?
Good question.
1
Toughness.
wound.
All about toughness?
So
Yeah, toughness will recover between threats. And then one wound if you sit out.
got a deadly wound and a serious one.
It'll be 1
Yeah, but I can't. I guess I
space.
can reduce deadly.
Yeah. Do that.
Force my caps. I'm gonna count that as being 4, so it's down to.
All right, so you return to Forgehaven with Anastasia Everlark, who did not die.
Good. There we go.
Shut.
Not hear her.
Once we get famous, we can do stuff like tip the DM, and then I'll kill NPCs you don't like.
As long as it's not kill their
I
characters.
let the players
like-
kill the NPCs they don't like.
Don't need that. They
Why
kill
not anyone
themselves.
else?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at taking out these NPCs. Not too worried.
No, you're just good at destroying my fucking treasure.
Well, it's because he doesn't. Sichuan never gets any treasure because the only treasure he wants is Urgold.
Yes.
And there's only 1 piece of Urgold, and it's in a safe at the inside of Ollie's subconscious.
Yes.
Like,
I'll get it. I'll get it.
he's gonna get it. He
I'll
gonna
get
get it.
I'll get it. You'll see.
So,
I'll get it.
an Ironweld messenger arrives to speak with Onderan. They bring news from the front in the Great Axle. Their forces have contained the glut of Skaven invaders for the time being and cleared a path to the Norhole. Through neither the approach nor the opportunity to use it will last for long. They have requisitioned reinforcements and even one of the hands, which are the big cannons on the walls, to help them in this mission. All they need is a strike team to get in there and shut the Norhole down. Onderan offers you the mission, believing that if anyone is able to get it done, it's you. The Norhole needs to be dealt with, or else the rats will make Greywater Fastness their permanent home.
That does sound significant.
I feel like
Yeah, we don't want that.
I feel like the first threats are always like
I was about to
the
say,
main
actually,
quest. Threat number 2. Using Forgehaven's surveillance, Ironweld officers have been tracking a group of suspicious greycaps moving equipment about the Great Axle. They're coming and going from Griffin Hall, which was ordered to be evacuated once the siege began. One group is spotted via periscope, stumbling as they enter the building, revealing part of what they've been transporting, what appears to be a massive fleshhound skull. Ondran urges you to investigate, believing that Astrid's cult has unfinished business they are desperate to complete before the siege is over.
Mhm.
And the third threat. You feel more rumblings reaching down to Forgehaven as the siege continues into the night. There, the outer wall. It's been breached, an officer calls out. The other stations realign to watch, and you get a look for yourself. It's just a crack splitting the outer wall only halfway down, but it's wide enough for a tree lord to climb through, which is exactly what you see. Charred you and a number of other smaller Sylvaneth coming through. You relay this information to Onderan, who urges you to intercept them and see what they're up to, as he redeploys troops to cover the crack in their defences. An Ironweld officer tracks the Sylvaneth to a pure water stills plant in the outer circle and hands you the coordinates.
I'm going to throw out there. That's also a.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
That also
Given
sounds
the way-
way more awesome.
given the way it was described, it also feels like it would make the most sense for this to be the first one since it's already passed, basically.
So you have the Norhole, you have the
Yeah.
suspicious Khorne chaps, and you have old pally Chardu heading towards the water plant, which you will know is the only source of fresh water in Greywater fastness.
Oof.
So quite an important piece of infrastructure in a siege.
Got to go with the most pressing, most urgent threat.
Got to be probably more important than the corny boys, right?
Oof, going
What
for
are you thinking?
Chardu though.
Thinking Chardu.
So, that's going to be a hard one for Gaston.
Like you got some unfinished business.
Well, they're
Well,
pals. They're from the same grove,
Mm-hmm.
aren't
Yeah,
they?
maybe not
Not
pals
just
for long.
that, also the time that he spent away, like Chardu also made him promise that he would help you guys like the Soulbound and fight the real enemy, like those of chaos. So turning towards, turning his weapons towards Chardu now.
Oh shit!
Well, we're on a roll for killing Sylvaneth, so do it.
You're
I
a
mean,
bastard.
out of
did it.
character, it sounds the most narratively interesting opportunity.
Oh
Really.
yeah, definitely.
Conflict.
But I genuinely don't know how I need to think about how it would play out.
Also,
I
I
think
don't have the Norhole, so.
Well, I
I
think
think
the question is, which one do you leave to allies?
Grey Cap sounds pretty easy to sort out, I'd say.
Yeah, a grey cap on grey cap action.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll finish it off with the Norhole.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks to the lads.
That was quite a easy map to do, so I don't mind not doing that one.
It's also a factor, I think. At this
2 out
point.
of 5 stars map score. Yeah, map difficulty.
It seems like that was an easier decision to reach on what our priorities are.
Yeah.
Synergizing as a party, finally.
Finally!
It's going to give me a lot to think about. It's going to be interesting to play out.
So you're sending Heinz to deal with the Great Caps. Okay.
Heinz, and if anyone else is missing next session, then that character as well, I guess.
Yeah.
well,
Watch me miss the session just so I don't send Gaustern to fight Chardu.
gonna happen.
So which threat would you want to deal with first?
You're going for Chardu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's going to happen anyway, then it makes the most sense for that to be the first.
Right.
Defo.
Well, as you head out towards the water treatment plant, the Ironwood Arsenal officers press the importance of the facility. If the Sylvaneth are able to sabotage it, then the city will likely, the people of the city will start to, not starve. What's wrong with water?
First.
They will start to thirst,
Um,
die of thirst.
Oh, I thought you said burst.
They'll be all thirsty.
Yeah, even more so than Dreadbark.
Mm.
Sorry, Alex.
would it not still be starve?
No.
No,
Are we gonna stay-
you die of thirst.
It is, but I weirdly more often than not think about how it's weird there's not a comparable word to hunger. I don't know why. It just comes up a lot in my brain.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you make your way there. And I'll just move to the map.
Let's see. Oh, what?
You see charred. Well, actually, when we'll start, we'll do like a we can do stealth tests and everything. But when you go inside, you hear banging of metal, and as you go inside, you see charred you hitting some of these pipes and trying to tear them, the seams apart. And you see two branch wraiths with him, as well as some more mere sprites floating around.
Nice. Oh, wow.
And
Very, yeah, doesn't look like Soulbound at all. Cool.
yeah, I think this is
tiny little guy in that tiny little zone. A little
yeah.
volcano in there, I reckon.
To get the pipes, which are important to the map, I had to go a bit more modern than like
That's cool.
fantasy
Basic
factory.
and Jazzy.
It'll certainly do.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably end it there.
I don't want to leave you the tease. I figured out something amazing today.
What's that?
Good tease. See you next week.
Till next week. But
Yep.
solved the problem.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What the?
You'll see you next week.
Some exciting things on the horizon.
Oh yes.
Just
done.
sorry, I just wanted to do like a quick like litmus test.
Uh-huh.
Who is feeling like they're just going to fight Chardew and kill him? Who still wants to have a go at being like convincing him not to do it, and who wants to just try and get him to be allies again?
Well, obviously Dreadbark wants that, but everything in the past sort of multiple scenarios has suggested that all of that is just kind of beyond us now, that they can't come back.
He's a tree lord, though.
Don't know. Yeah.
Tree lords are more autonomous than lesser Sylvaneth.
So for Klaus' turn, he's not really of the mind to outright kill him. He doesn't want to be allies again, though, because of the situation. But I think he wouldn't want him to just leave it alone either. So if it's possible to take him down without killing him, which I probably isn't, that's what he would want.
Vargi would definitely. Chardew's made an impression on him somewhat about the amount of out-of-hand killing goes on. Chardew is now also conducting an operation that effectively involves just killing all the civilians in the city who won't be able to survive without any water. Which isn't even like, it's not even like an act of war, right? It's so for Vargi, this would be crossing a different kind of line. It's not like we're not battling on the walls against the soldiers. So I don't know. He definitely wouldn't want to kill Chardew, but I would say there's potential for it if he refused to back down. I think that's what he.
The thing is that the way I'm looking at it, and this might be completely wrong, but the way I'm looking at it is like, imagine sort of like this setting where it has zombie apocalypse setting, right? And someone you like has just been turned into a zombie, but you know that if you take them down, then they can get turned back. Like, so what they're doing right now isn't really because of because they want to, because they're like sort of like lost in something. Do you know what I mean? Like so the war song is basically affecting him just like virus would affect a human. So it's not really them.
Yeah, and I feel like it's quite diplomatic. He's going for this water tanks rather than just storming through the streets, smushing humans. Like, you know, there's some I say humanity, but there's some
It's diplomatic.
rationality in there. Surely.
Diplomatic is an interesting word to use.
I've often thought of starving a populace as diplomatic.
You know, I mean, he could just go and literally murder them anyway. Like, it just feels like there's he's not totally gone. There's a thinking, tactical mind in there that can be reasoned with as well.
We're presuming it was charge used to do it.
I guess it's like a forcing of a surrender, right? It's like a
Yes, Sichuan.
a blockade, a trade federation blockade. Well,
Yes.
interesting stuff. I have to go, but yeah, we shall deal with hopefully 3
This is going to be
threats
a spicy one, I think.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.